No, but those little plays could come to bite him in the ass later. You gotta be really careful blowing summoners for no reason.
And yeah, Gianna really had absolutely no reason to really stay there because like that tower was going to go down. She was like there was nothing she could have done to save the tower. She should have just run away. Like it's better to just give a tower than die. Like
no, you're completely right.
I've done that before too. Like it's been really stupid of me. Like you're like I can save it, but you can't. You're the support against an Alistar Jinx.
Yeah, really, you never want to defend it in a turret 1v2. Unless you're fed, you're not usually going to be able to defend it anyway. Even if Janna was full mana, she shouldn't have been there in the first place. Janna's, I mean, she's not going to do anything. And like, you know, pretty much, if it's a 1v2, get out. Unless you're fed. But it's a really iffy situation. But most of the time, it's better to be safe than sorry. And Janna was definitely sorry after that.
Yeah. And it's really interesting that Janna rushed a Ruby Sidestone. Like, that's a big question. I mean, so for most supports, like, there's pretty much a standard support build. Like, you'll start Door and Shield, you will build Sidestone and whatever Ancient Coin upgrades into Nomad's Medallion.
I'm also despised the Chalice.
Yeah, she's going for Mikhail's to.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's why. But I still think it's a bit early. Like, she should finish her talisman, her talisman ascension first, because that'll help honestly a bit more because of the like if Alistar tries to like rush in, she can just pop talisman and he just wastes everything. Like with talisman, the move speed you get, even if it lands a headbutt, you actually can't complete the combo where you headbutt ground pounds instantly. And so talisman would have been better, and she actually would have completed it if she hadn't rushed that chalice. And Alistar, like the same thing. Like I don't understand the Ruby Sidestone on these guys this early.
Hey Cleo, how's your client going?
I have no idea what's wrong with it.
Damn.
Cleo, try to go directly into game because it was the last game you viewed, right?
What do you mean the last game you viewed?
Was this match the last thing you saw happen?
Yeah, well the game loaded all the way, and then it was like, nah.
Yeah, no, okay, so what you can do is if you go to your Riot Games folder, meanwhile,
How's that? Bot lane overstaying their welcome, a little bit overstaying without any wards. About to get cleaned up, good rotation by Red. Oh my gosh, what a good Riven ult. Max range kill. You really gotta be careful of overextending when you get the tower. It's usually best just to group up and rotate mid. With the amount of lead they had, they should have done that definitely because they were pretty far ahead. They still are 2,000 got up ahead, but just little throws like that can cost them the game. We'll see how that plays up in the long run. Karma and KO going down bot lane though to cover it up. Smart move by them, getting a little bit of free damage, but more importantly, they're giving off. But now, because of that bot lane catch they just get, guess what happens? They lose another dragon. Yeah. So that's 2 dragons now to red team, which is a huge deal. Honestly, that just shows how strong CSing is, or how important CSing can be. KO should be really, Karma needs to be really careful right now. Okay, she's getting out. You don't want to get caught. You're not going to do anything 1v4. What she could have done is war over the wall and try to steal with an empowered Q.
Yeah, okay, Khalil, go to your, like, where your League of Legends is stored, the Riot Games folder, on your C drive or whatever drive it is, and if you go to, I have to remember what it is. If you go to Riot Games, League of Legends, RADS, Solutions, LOL Game Client, then releases, then the latest number, like, I think now it should be like 0.1.0, and then deploy, and then there'll be a League of Legends application that'll put you directly into Spectate.
Alright.
That's also like, that's a really, top lane Riven getting caught out, die, nice stuff, I guess.
Dang.
Not necessary again, because she was going to die anyway. Karma had her hook.
I'm pretty sure she actually also knew they were there. There was a ward in that tri-bush, and she should have seen everyone who was in that bush. I was just oh my gosh.
God. That max damage Nunu.
Yeah, billion damage Nunu is not the strongest thing, but it does have its pros, and that's one of them. Being able to hunt you with the 80 carry with an ult.
Yeah, definitely.
But I would say that blue team's red team's about to get converged on. The lack of look at blue team's map vision right now. It's really, really well done. and we're gonna see them about to get punished for it. Right now, though, they are gonna try to catch a blue Ezreal. Yep, I don't think they can, and they're not going to. Right now, we have to remember this is blue Ezreal with the Iceborne Gauntlet and blue buff, so it would have been extremely hard to keep up. But good job by Michael, Guns N' Roses, using his map awareness to catch that Nunu trying to back.
Yeah, and actually, that was a nice hiding spot for Nunu. Like, that was still good to him for, like, that's a place most people don't check. But, I mean, Karma figured out that's probably where he's hiding because he really had no escape paths. So, I mean, good job, but really good job by Blue Team. Yeah, like you mentioned, like, Blue Team has so much map control. Like, their bot lane has paid for a little bit because they haven't had any map control bot lane. That's when they died earlier. But around top, that's how they would catch our Riven, and Riven couldn't do anything because he had one ward in top lane.
Oh man! So, all right. So, right now, blue team and red team should be looking up to group up about now. It's pretty hard solo queue at the moment. People aren't really grouping up. Last game at 18 minutes, everyone was grouped up, which was a really good job. At this moment, we're at 27 minutes of the game, and people are still getting caught by themselves. Good job by Karma. Oh man.
Nice. So okay, something really good driven there. She actually, I think she. Oh wait, they're still fighting. Elisa's died. Alistar is about to die, maybe. Maybe gets kicked off. Headbutted off. Kale's 1v1ing Riven. Nunu just wasted his ult right there. They killed off. Very well done by them, 1v3 there. And I think that's it. I think we're done now. Or they're switching.
Oh no, Galio. Oh man, good ult by Janna. Red team trying to run away. Oh no, the Zonya's Nunu. But he is about to get cleaned up. Right now, I feel like we're kind of seeing the negatives of AP Ezreal. Oh, sorry, Blue Ezreal. And in fact, he doesn't have the highest damage output right now. He's not this. Ezreal was never a high damage AD carry in the first place. But right now, Galio has almost no HP, and he's still having a hard time killing him. Good kill ult. Wow. But as I say that, Lee's coming down, roaming finally, and this is going to look messy. Oh no. Alright, good job by Karma at least cleaning up to Ezreal. I think Galio's dead. Oh, nope, never mind. WOP, that healing. Blue team's overstaying their welcome a little bit. They should have just backed off and gotten... Honestly, just backed off. There was no objectives to take for that. At that point, they were trying to they were just playing with their own lives.
Yeah, and honestly, they would have been successful. Like Ezreal would have gotten a triple though if he hadn't gotten Blue Ezreal, because he would have had if he had a BT, he would have had enough damage to like kill everybody off. And like he took so long that Kale's ulti that was used earlier in the fight came back up. I think it's at this point it's a 48 second cooldown. And so yeah, and something really bad that so the reason Jinx died when we do that, Alistar stopped trying to protect her. And ultimates after ultimates, guys. You say the ultimates. Nunu's going to die. Yeah, now we're starting to see the negatives of playing like Nunu full tank. Oh, meanwhile, top lane apparently Jinx just killed Riven.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Interesting, actually. I think Riven, I think, is is on a slight tail at the moment. He didn't do too well in lane. He's a little bit behind in CS. Actually, I say a little bit. He's a lot behind. He need to realize this and not be 1v1ing anyone. He should be trying to push out lanes or being pushed to his tower, and that'd be good for his team. I think instead of going solo queue style where you do split push by yourself and you're behind, it's usually, in my opinion, a better idea to actually group up with your team and just make sure that when those lanes push up to your tower, since you are the weakest link of your team, go push that lane yourself, because you're not really quite needed to defend that turret, and that can help you get back into the game.
Yeah, definitely. And I think something they had mentioned, or maybe it was you guys who mentioned earlier, or maybe it was in LCS, like when you're behind, you want to group up, because then you're a bit stronger behind than you are like together as a group. Like you're a bit stronger when you're grouped up than you are just by yourself. Like their 80 carries more ahead, blue team's 80 carries ahead, blue team's mid laner is ahead, and blue team's top. Like all their solo laners carries are so far ahead that they can 1v1 basically anyone else on red team. So red team needs to group up
try to make a pick happen rather than trying to 1v1 anybody else.
Yep. But as we say that, oh man, Nunu's build coming to play, showing it why it's usually better not to go pure damage Nunu. Getting bursted. Oh. We're seeing the strengths of support Karma, AP Karma, and the fact she has that huge speed buff for her team. Alistair missing his pulverize, not a huge deal though. It looks like they're still gonna be okay in cleanup.
Yeah, blue team is, like we said, blue team, they know now that they're really far ahead, and so they're starting to group up and starting to really pressure this inhib. And with one person, with their jungler down, like, they should be able to do something. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see.
No, I believe. I think they'll be able to do a pretty good job of cleaning up this fight.
Yeah, and honestly, like, blue team has a lot of sustain. Like, they have Karma and Alistar healed. Also, like, he has to sit, like, he pops his ultimate before he goes in. So he just ends up wasting his ultimate there.
It's a little bit better as an Alistar to probably try to initiate first, and as soon as you initiate, then pop your ultimate. Mainly because flexing your muscle isn't going to do much if you're not going to do anything with it afterwards. But as I said, Jinx with the snipes doing a really good job of her map awareness of catching people after they backed off the team fights. She's doing a good job of not forgetting about people who are low. Blue team taking a little bit overhand. Alistar sacrificing himself. Valiant effort as long as team doesn't go in and die afterwards. But as I say that, wow, really good job by blue team targeting that Ezreal and stopping him from getting his ult off.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, red team's blue team's result now is good than going in, and he's not going to actually do anything. No, he might kill him. Nice.
Dang.
Kill Nunu. That's snowball.
And
yeah.
after seeing the cons of Nunu, we are now seeing the pros again of AP Nunu. Oh my gosh, that was 0 damage.
This Galio is so strong right now. Like, his shield just absorbed all of that. That was actually really impressive.
How much MR does he have? He has not that much. 89? Oh no, sorry, 151.
Yeah, 151. He's really tanky, and with the shield, Bulwark, his MR went up by 90, so he had 250 MR. That's why he took it healed him too. Yeah,
I think Nunu may even cancel its ultimate near the end, which is kind of silly. I don't think it got the full duration off.
Yeah, that might have been it as well. Yeah, so earlier in that fight, like, red team did a really percentage kill, but then again, he's going to die. I'm sorry, Irving. Kayla tried to reach that point where she's going to destroy you.
So one thing to mention about this game was really close for the first 30 minutes of the game. While lanes may have lost, the solo lanes, red team did a really good job of grouping up, getting dragons, and making plays off of dragons. But they threw, once blue team started grouping up themselves, red team kind of fell apart, and they kind of started going in 1v1, or just not going in as a group of 5, and kind of getting caught out by the amount of CC that blue team's offering. As you see that, Wombo coming at least, really trying hard to kill him. It's rough to watch this, right? Oh my gosh, Riven going ham. Kale saving Kale herself. Nunu, massive AoE ult, cancel a little bit early to be honest, losing a lot of damage output. Once again, quick mention, Ezreal is trying to carry, but we're seeing the negative side of the AP Ezreal. His poke is strong, but in these long engaged fights that we're having, it's showing the negative effects of the fact that all you can do is throw out some Qs and auto attacks that don't do a crap ton of damage.
Yeah, definitely. And so yeah, we're seeing is like blue team, they're so much further ahead that now they can like literally do anything they want and get away with it. Karma, that shield is just so strong. Yeah, honestly, like blue team's comp tends to work. They have a really nice pick comp, I guess you can call it. Because they've got like a lot of speed ups, a lot of slowdowns.
Yep, they have a really good speed up comp with Galio, Talisman on Alistar, Empowered E on Karma, and Kale's W. They could really become a wrecking train.
Yeah, and then also they have Kale slow, Galio slow, Jinx is slow, Karma's slow, like to help slow them down. It's like they can, and you've seen it work. Wow.
Yep, they have a good kiting and catch comp. It's an okay comp, Galio, but it's working. But I think Blue's team, if they had built a little bit better, for example, I think if Nunu had gone a tankier build, he could have been a more of a threat this game. just by using his E on Jinx maybe, and then omens her. If
Yeah.
for example, if he had an omens,